New York has long been regarded as a city in the clouds. Its beautiful skyline has been a global spectacle for close to a century, with several skyscrapers higher than that found in the vast majority of other cities in the world. And with over 20 new skyscraper buildings around 500 feet or taller slated for completion before the end of 2030, the next couple of years could be the city's busiest decade ever for new skyscrapers. For many years, the city's skyline was primarily defined by the Empire State and Chrysler buildings, both over 1,000 feet tall and built in the early 1930s. But New York's horizon has been in perpetual flux now for the better part of a decade. Since late 2019, the city had 15 structures built or topped out that are higher than 1,000 feet. That's a number only second to Dubai, which has 25 such structures, but New York has more buildings that are over 400 meters tall. In this video, we'll be looking at skyscrapers under construction in New York City that are planned to be over 300 meters tall. Stick around as we take a look at some fantastic structures that will change the New York skyline in the years to come. 1710 Broadway. The tower is currently being developed by Xtel Development in cooperation with C&K Properties after they took over the development from Johan Cohen of Colliers International. Xtel Development is best known for creating the 157 and for developing the Central Park Tower, which is a building set to become the tallest in the city by roof. 17 Broadway Tower will permit 288,000 square feet of building area. In order to build the tower, C&K Properties must destroy a 6-story building currently there in order to make room for the new and even bigger skyscraper. 80 South Street. Their address directly names many buildings in New York, and this tower is one of such. However, the tower is likely to be given a new name after it's completed. The 80 South Street is a proposed mixed-use skyscraper in Lower Manhattan, New York City. The developer, Oceanwide Holding, is a Chinese company that repurchased the lot in 2016 and plans to build a 1,448-foot tall tower. Yeah, that's much taller than the original plan. The tower would contain 448,000 square feet of residential space and a commercial use of over 376,000 square feet. This includes a hotel, office, and retail space. The site is currently occupied by a 6-story building that has been eyed for redevelopment since 2003. Many developers have tried and failed to reconstruct the building, so let's hope this one is successful. 80 South Street Tower will be made up of 12 4-story cubes stacked on top of each other. They'll then be braced off with a central concrete core that will rise above the 8-story base. The first 2 base cubes will be designated to hold offices, while each of the upper 10 cubes will be a single multi-floor residential unit. Since the proposal is still waiting approval by the Department of Buildings, the developer hasn't released any construction plans. They did give away that the tower is expected to have about 8,200,000 square feet of floor area, and it will occupy 113 stories. If it reaches 1,436 feet as planned, that will be even taller than the One World Trade Center's roof. 80 Flatbush. The 80 Flatbush Tower is being developed by a Dumbo-based development firm, which also unveiled the designs for an all-electric tower called 100 Flatbush. Although the 80 Flatbush building may be the tallest building of the project, 100 Flatbush is the one that really catches the eye, as it will be the city's first fully electric residential tower. The entire 80 Flatbush project is due for completion by 2026. It will include 69 stories, about 900 units of housing, and 200 of which will be below market rate. 9 DeKalb Avenue. 9 DeKalb Avenue, also known as 340 Flatbush, is a building that is currently under construction in New York City. The building is projected to have a standard height of 325 meters, which will make it the first super tall skyscraper in Brooklyn and the first outside of Manhattan when it's completed in 2021. The building is being developed by the JDS Development Group, responsible for the super skinny 111 West 57th Street. They are also adding the skinny shape to 9 DeKalb Avenue building, even though it is located outside the dense island of Manhattan. 50 Hudson Yards. 50 Hudson Yards is a building that spans an entire city block. It's expected to be New York City's 4th largest commercial tower when it's completed in 2022. The 50 Hudson Yards tower will change the narrative for commercial tenants and set new standards for the future workspace. This is because the working environment will be surrounded by natural lights, multiple dedicated lobbies, and large amenity-filled lobbies. Foster Plus Partners are designing the tower with an LEED gold design. It will stand over 1,000 feet tall and provide direct access to the number 7 subway station. BlackRock, a world-leading investment management firm, will locate its corporate headquarters there. They, as well as Facebook, the social media giant, will lease out portions of the building. The Spiral. With a standard height of 306 meters, the Spiral is an office tower sustainably constructed in the fast-developing Hudson Yards district of Manhattan. It will be designed by Jark Ingels Group, the renowned designer who redesigned the new 2 World Trade Centers. The Spiral design allows for an outdoor platform on every floor, along with a series of cascading landscape terraces and hanging gardens. This will be a signature look for the tower, and since it's due to be completed in 2020, we await the unveiling of this unique structure. Hey guys, I'm sure these skyscrapers have wowed you. Show us some love and support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thanks. Tower 5th. The Tower 5th is proposed to have a standard height of 474 meters, making it the 35th super tall tower proposed for New York City and the 10th that will surpass the 400-meter mark. The tower is proposed by Harry Macklowe, who most notably developed the skinny super tall at 432 Park Avenue. His proposal has been submitted to the New York City's planning department. Should the proposal be approved, Tower 5th will become the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, second to the 1 World Trade Center in downtown New York, which measures 541 meters from its top to its spire. It's being designed by Gensler, the man who designed the Shanghai Tower, which is currently the 2nd tallest building in the world. 350 Park Avenue. While a 1,500-foot tower would look odd in most places, the plan of Ornato Realty Trust and Rudin Management for 350 Park Avenue are definitely within the norm for Midtown East. This is a location in New York that already has 1,400-foot buildings, such as 432 Park Avenue and 1 Vanderbilt. In terms of architecture, the design for 350 Park Avenue would be different both historically and contemporarily in styling to what is currently predominant in the Manhattan skyline. It will feature a striking mix of classical massing proportions and an ultra-modern facade reminiscent of Foster's Hearst Tower. With staggered setbacks lunging inward from Park Avenue, the envelope would reduce considerably from the ground level to the rooftop, resembling a cheese grater in silhouette. This building's construction will lead to the demolition of Ornato's extant building on Park Avenue and a 23-story building owned by the next-door Rudin Management. No completion date has been announced for the site yet, but it's safe to say the project would have been commissioned by 2030. 2 World Trade Center. The original planned design of the 2 World Trade Center by Jark Ingels was dropped by its developer Silverstein Properties in favor of Foster Plus Partners' original vision. Though a new rendering of the building is yet to be released, it is believed that Larry Silverstein and Norman Foster are making alterations to the 2006 design. These updates will reflect modern contemporary needs and taste. Foster's initial plan was to build the 88-story building as a singular skyscraper split into a segmented diamond-shaped fractal topper. However, the project was dismissed after much back and forth for the boxier, more contemporary scheme. When viewed from certain angles, the tower will appear like 6 glass boxes stacked on top of each other, with each getting smaller as they progress to the top of the 80-story tower. While construction was slowed down by the apparent lack of an anchor tenant, Silverstein said he plans to lease out Tower 2 this year, which means the final design should soon be released. Conclusion. Several more buildings are being built or proposed to be built in New York City by 2030, but were not included in this video. Hit us up in the comments section if you would like us to create a video to cover those left out. As you've seen, it is safe to predict that by 2030, there will be almost 30 super tall skyscrapers built or topped out in New York City. With their impressive heights and designs, these unique buildings will beautify New York City and make it more futuristic than ever. The city will make views seen in movies such as Blade Runner and Star Trek a reality, only much better as those skyscrapers and films have little aesthetic appeal. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. See you in the next video.